Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Dryer Lint Busters. Folks, cut down on fire hazards, save money on your electric bill, and get your dryer working just like it did on day one when you got it home. These guys come to your home for just $99. They clean out the dryer, tubing, vent, the whole thing. They'll show you the gauges they use that will reveal the airflow and temperature of your dryer. And if those haven't increased, you don't pay. So it goes from $99 to nothing. But it will increase. It increases a lot. It's the difference between, having to put another 30 minutes on your cycle, I need a touch up, and just getting it all done in 30 minutes, period. Dryer Lint Busters will have your dryer running like new. I know it for a fact. You'll thank me if you call them and use them. Dryer Lint Busters. Okay, time for our Beat the House segment. And before we get to the standings, let me remind everyone of our rules because they're changing this week. Chucky Sino picks the winner and the spread. He also picks an over-under on total points this year. Panelists, and I wrote this like Yoda for some reason. I got to fix this graphic. Panelists can wager against either, not either against, Chuck's spread or the over-under total points. And now, starting today, panelists can wager any amount they like in $100 increments. I've had a governor on that the last few weeks. That's coming off, so we can wager anything we like. Let's look at the standings. Let's look at the money board. Everyone started with an imaginary $500. I'm in the lead for the last week. We had $850. I took Tennessee last week plus 100 and got the $100. Bob was the only guy who was wrong last week, so he's down to $650. Will is at $600. Daniel, you're at $500, so you've not made or lost anything from week one. Josh, you're a little down. Sterling's a little down. Jimmy, you're $100 down from where you started. You've lost $100 of the imaginary bucks I gave you, you wasteful spendthrift.
That doesn't hurt me as much as being below Sterling Hinton.
That is embarrassing. All right, so let's go to Chuck very quickly. You got about a minute, 90 seconds if you want to take it.
Well, I mean, one thing we need to mention, this is a matchup of first-year head coaches in the SEC. Not necessarily, first year they've been coaching. But you got Shane Beamer, South Carolina. Kind of a curious hire when they made it, I thought. And, of course, we know how it's going so far, at Tennessee. We also need to point out it's a noon kickoff, right? And we saw how that worked against Missouri, how the atmosphere was dead, how the crowd never really got into it. So I'm going to start off, no surprise here, put the T for Tennessee. The spread, these are two tough things because none of these are out yet. Last week it kind of threw us on the hooker injury.
You're doing an amazing job,
well,
Chuck.
thank you.
You're fantastic.
It's a tough job. The normal spread would be 3.5 for the home team. I'm just going to tweak that a little and make it 8.5 to give you boys something to think about.
You dog.
It's tough to set the total because South Carolina has not been scoring much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set it at 61.5 total.
61.5 is your total. 8.5 is the line for Tennessee. Oh, I thought you were going to go 3.5. I'd have been all over it. We're going to change it this week. Whoever is in the list, since we're now wagering whatever we like, and Daniel complained. I was already planning to do this. Whoever's in the lead goes first. I've always tried to be the nice guy and go last, but I'll go first here, which means I'm now going to blow my lead. Tennessee 8.5. I'll take Tennessee, but I'm only putting 100 on it. 100 on the Vols to win by 8.5, which I will regret.
Will we?
Daniel, you're next. You're in second place among the guys who are here.
Well, I have to take Tennessee as well, but I got to catch up money-wise. So I'm going to go 300 on Tennessee.
Whoa. Okay, so we could have a $400 swing there, which would put you in the lead by $50 over me if that happened. All right.
Well played.
Well, actually, since we're doing this, never mind. You can pick opposites, so never mind. Josh, who are you going with?
I'm shaking here, so I'm going to say I'm down near the bottom. I'm not Jimmy Himes low, but I might be after this week. I'm going to go 50 on the under. I think that's a little bit too high of a number with South Carolina and those offensive issues.
Josh,
maybe slow
you play that over-under a lot. You're a very conservative man on the gambling front. All right. Oh, wait a second. Can't do 50 anymore. It's $100 increment.
Oh, it has to be 100. Okay.
$100 on the under.
You're getting on me. You don't even know the rules.
I like the fact this is just a kangaroo court, really. All right. Sterling, I'll get his pick later. Will, I'll get his pick later. Jimmy, where are you going?
Can I bet 200 on both?
Both ways.
Put a parlay together.
Yeah, parlay. There you go. I'll go 300 on Tennessee to cover 8.5.
He's going all in on the Vols, okay? Because you have been down on South Carolina all year. He's putting his
I have been.
literally putting his imaginary money where his real mouth is.
Imagine
All
that.
right, Marlon, which one would you take if you were in the contest? Which one would you take here?
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm not very big on South Carolina this year. I put them in my bet a couple weeks ago versus East Carolina. They didn't do very hot. I'm gonna go 200 on the spread, 8.5.
Okay, you're just taking the Vols because I'm not giving you imaginary.
Yeah,
money. All right, very good.
Just taking the Vols.
All right, excellent. So
Dang, should I win all in? Should I win 500? Let's do it. Let's do it.
you're going to go all in?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Noon game, South Carolina. I got Marlon.
Should I allow him to do
that's-
this?
Well,
No, he's-
it's his money.
That's D.
But we
Hood's
already
way.
made our move.
Hey,
The
what
house
about-
is going to have a big payout, by the way, if Tennessee covers.
I got my
this week.
defensive lineman. The one good win we had together was against
Well,
South
if we can all
Carolina
go and
That's
change,
right.
see, this is what's now. I'm going to make mine 300.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to be the only dunce
now
here.
we
I might
talking.
as well go in with all you guys.
Well, I'm going to change mine on Friday.
See, that's right on the radio. All right.
I'm gonna change
Thanks,
the
guys.
spread.
Thanks to you. We'll see you next Sunday. Thanks, Marlon. Welcome in.